Tough preaching for a Monday morning, huh? It's all good, y'all. Like this is encouraging. I hope this encourages you. I hope this helps you understand that like you can do better. We can do better. Why be average? Why just settle? Why just be comfortable? Why seek comfort all the time? Again, we hear it in the book, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, when they say arriving safely at death, right? Why? That doesn't have to be our life. And it's not our life if we want to design our ideal life, if we want to fight for our life, if we want to fight for the things, the visions that God has given us, if we're going to fight for those things, it's not going to be easy. You're going to go through the adversities, you're going to go through the challenges, but you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. You got to keep fighting. It's never, and it doesn't stop. The moment you stop is saying, I'm comfortable. Like I said, we start sliding backwards. Life is on an uphill slant. It's not level. You can't take years off and think that you're in the same spot. You're not. We're sliding backwards. If we're not growing, we're dying, right? It might not be quick, but it's slow. And before you know it, you're back at the bottom of that hill because we stopped trying. So that's not going to be us. That's not going to be you. That's not going to be us. We're going to continue to strive after and go after the man or woman God called us to be. That means we have to grow. We have to learn. We have to evolve. We have to get better. We have to get uncomfortable. We have to get out of right our environments. We have to think differently. We have to raise our level of like all of these things we have to do in order to get better, in order to be the man or woman that you're called to be. That's the process. And I know sometimes it gets tough and sometimes, right, the adversities kick our butt and all those things, but we got to get back up. So this was a reminder. Again, the title of that video is Do Hard Things Every Day. That's a reminder to you. How much are you doing the hard things every day? Or are you just doing the things that are easy, that come naturally, that give you comfort, that you like? Like, how much are we doing the challenging things? It's something I wrote down here. Find something that challenges you every day. Find something that challenges you every single day. What is challenging you? Because again, if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. If it's not a struggle, if it's not like, man, this is hard and I can't seem to figure out, that's the exact hurdle. That's the exact thing that you got to push against. I watch this in business all the time, right? We do the thing that's most comfortable to us. And then we wonder why our business doesn't get to where we want it to go. It's because it's actually the thing that's the most uncomfortable for you that makes the change. It's not the thing that you're most comfortable with. You get more of the same things. It's doing the hard thing, doing the uncomfortable thing, doing the challenging thing, doing the thing you don't want to do, doing the thing that pushes you to learn who you are, to build your capacity. I wrote that down. Build the capacity to handle hard times. That's what I tell you this process is for. Us getting to the life that we don't need a break from, us continuing to grow and learn and right, get emotionally intelligent and mentally tough. It's so that you build the capacity to handle what you're asking for. That's supposing that you're asking for something. That's supposing that you have a vision for what you want your life to be, your marriage to be, your finances to be, your, right, your legacy to be, whatever it is. Like supposing you have a vision for it, now we have to build the capacity to handle that thing. The capacity to handle a great relationship, the capacity to handle lots of abundance in our finances, the capacity to handle, right, all the things. That's what you're building. That's what the mental toughness, that's what the going to the mental gym part of this is. You're building capacity. So you have to remember that. I wrote down life is about application. Again, you hear me say it all the time. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. We all know a lot of people that are really, really smart and are not good in lots of areas of their life. They're possibly unhealthy, overweight, they possibly don't have good relationships, they possibly aren't good financially, but they got a lot of degrees or a lot of smarts. They're really knowledgeable about things. Doesn't translate into life. because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge, the knowledge that you get, then you have to apply it in your life. If you know the right things to do with food, with your health, you have to apply the knowledge that you know. Can't you be like, yeah, I know I should eat well. Yeah, I know I don't go to the gym. Yeah, I know you know it. Do you apply it? That's the key to life. Life is about application. It's about how you apply the things that you know. And that's where it gets tough because we know things, but do we do what we know? This is just a reminder. I wrote down lastly, the struggles help you know who you are. Never wish away the adversities, never wish away the challenges, never wish away the struggle, because that is what defines you. It's in the rough times, it's in the adversities, it's in the down moments that you get to learn who you are, your character, your capacity, what you can handle, how you're going to bounce back, how you respond to things. That's where you learn it. You don't learn it when you're winning. That's just a result. That's a result of you learning all the things in the down moments. You don't learn it when you make the big check or when the marriage is great, right? Like you don't learn all the stuff you need to learn. You learn it in the down seasons, in the adversities, in the challenges. So don't wish those away. Want those in your life because that's going to get you to build that capacity that you're looking for. This whole video, the one chapter in this book that stood out to me from everything that he said was this chapter, The Great Ones Take Responsibility. The great ones take responsibility. You probably, it's not often that in a motivational, inspirational setting, you hear someone say, I blame you. Right? I blame you for where you are in life. I blame you for that. Like, that's a harsh reality. But again, it says in our book, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets, right? We don't live in delusion. We live in objective reality. Yeah, you're not just a little overweight. You're not just a little big boned. You're obese. That's objective reality. It's harsh. That's not how we operate when we want to be nice to people or we, right, are feeling, but can you be candid with yourself? Can you say, I blame you? Like you made this decision. You thought about it this way. You made the mistake. You aren't doing it. Like, can you say that just about you? You might not have to point the finger at someone else, but can you blame you for where you are, for the decisions you've made, for the actions you've chose? Or do we blame others? We point the finger. Well, if it wasn't for that or him or her or that thing or this thing or them, the great ones take responsibility. And that's what I take from that video. If you're going to do hard things, you have to take responsibility for your actions in life. You have to take responsibility for it. Here's what it says in here. It says one of the critical factors separating amateurs from pros is responsibility. People operating at the poverty and working class levels of awareness often see themselves as victims of the powerful. They create invisible mental barriers that in their minds holds them back from moving up. They blame other people for keeping them down, such as their parents, friends, and other influences during their childhood. People at the middle class level of awareness are a little more evolved, but tend to make safety and security their number one priorities. They hold on so tightly to what they have that they fail to see the real abundance staring them straight in the face. Average people in this category are terrified of losing what they have because their mind is submerged in the cesspool of scarcity. People at this level truly believe their supply of money is limited, and if they lose what they have, they'll never get it back. The majority of the population has this belief. People operating at the upper class levels of awareness tend to be unafraid, aggressive, ultra competitive warriors who approach life like a battle. They know there's an abundance and they're out to get it. The upper class tends to primarily operate from their ego, but people at the world class levels are a step ahead of the upper class simply because they rather operate from spirit self rather than ego self. The great ones have a thought process and philosophy and habit all rolled into one that overshadows the rest. I am responsible. The world class realizes they are completely responsible for their success or failure, as well as responsible for giving back some of the blessings bestowed upon them as a result of their tremendous success. Operating at a world class level of awareness almost always precedes their success. The great ones keep marching forward, making a difference in themselves and the world. That sentence, the great ones have a thought process, a philosophy, and habit all rolled into one that overshadows the rest. I am responsible. Is that how you look at your day? Is that your mindset? When things start happening, when the adversities of life start coming, when you're in the valley season, when you're in the low moments, when the business isn't going the way you want to, when the finances aren't going the way you want to, do you turn and say, I am responsible? This is me. This is on me. I'm responsible for this. I made, or do we start with the, man, if it wasn't for that job, or if it wasn't for my spouse, or if it wasn't for this, man, if it wasn't for that, like, what's your frame of reference? How do you operate on a day-to-day basis? What's your belief around being responsible? I want you to know if you're going to take hold of your life, because that's what this video was talking about, taking hold of our life. You have to say, I'm responsible. You look at every area of your life that you want to grow and improve and all the things. You have to say in the mirror, I am responsible for this. It's me. Like I did this. My actions, my attitudes, my beliefs, my thoughts, my habits. I'm responsible. Once you get there, it's a very freeing place to be because just like you heard in the video, you start to realize I'm in control. Between me and God, I'm in control of this thing. So if I'm responsible for all the things, and if it is to be, it's up to me, well, then I got to do better. Then I got to learn more. Then I got to apply the knowledge I know. Then I got to do, like, I get to do it. I don't have to wait on anything. Once you have that revelation and that becomes how you operate, your life changes, ladies and gentlemen. Your life changes because you stop looking at the external. You stop looking at your friends, family, people around, environment, job. Like you stop looking at those things and you just look at yourself. Like, man, what could I do? Man, what beliefs do I have that's causing me to do this? Man, where did I drop the ball on this side? Man, how come I can't do this or I'm not doing this? Right? You guys, some of you know, most of you know, right? I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. One of the reasons I used to always say that people struggle with entrepreneurship is not because they have a bad idea or they're not good with like certain things. It's because entrepreneurship forces you to take responsibility. You have to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, why didn't I get that done? There's no one holding my hand. There's no one holding me back. It's all up to me. So, like, you literally have to look at yourself every single day and ask yourself if your business is not growing, if things are not happening, why, what am I not doing? And most people struggle with that thought long term. It's a struggle to sit with yourself and be like, man, I have some faults. I have some faulty thinking. I got some areas that I'm not good. I got some things, but that's the responsibility you take to get to the life that you want, y'all. That's what you got to go do. That's the key. I know easier said than done. It's not always easy to take responsibility for things that you really think are not your fault or they're not your issue. Like, I know that's tough, but trust me, try that. Try that and see how your life changes. Here's what it says in the action step for today. It says, commit to taking total responsibility for everything that happens to you. This one change in thinking has the power to launch you to the world-class level faster than any other idea. Take total responsibility for everything that's happening in your life. Once you have that, once you do that, I'm telling you, it's going to open up the door to the life that you want. It says here, success on any major scale requires you to accept responsibility. In the final analysis, the one quality that all successful people have is the ability to take on responsibility. If it is to be, it's up to me. If anybody's going to make it happen, you got to go make it happen. But it's going to start with you learning, growing, changing, right? Evolving how you think so that you can take your life to where you want it to go, y'all. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve to win. They're counting on you to win. They're counting on you to apply this knowledge. It's one thing if you're like, oh, yeah, I know that. It's another thing if you apply it and your life changes and people around you start seeing your life change because of the application of knowledge that you've gotten. That's how we design the life we don't need to break from. That's how we get to the next best version of ourselves, to the man or woman God called us to be. Go do something today that challenges you. Literally, go do something today that you're scared to do, that pushes you out. It might be a phone call, it might be a conversation, it might be asking for something, but go do that thing today. because that's what your future self is going to thank you for. All right. I love you guys. Go out, make it happen today. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.